Aloha, this is Samana with Unconventional Insights. This is our number 6 podcast, and I'm doing this all about detoxing, cleanse, and all the stuff that is necessary. We are in August, we're coming to the end of summer soon, and I always do a cleanse and offer a workshop in the fall. So, it's called Cleanse, Detox, and Spiritual Reboot because we do quite an extensive purification. Not only do we cleanse the body, and we all together do a 30-day cleanse, which I'll tell you the details about that briefly. And we also will do detoxing of the mind and emotions. So many things will be cleared, and I've done this cleanse over 25 years. It's my own design, and I have changed many lives. So I talk about transformation often because that's my point in interacting with someone is I want to transform their lives for the better. And this definitely does it. I've done many silent retreats for 8 days to 2 weeks so far. And I find that doing this cleanse, that I feel like I've done a retreat. It actually calms my mind and makes my inspiration amplified, and I feel like I can accomplish anything. I'm very passionate and so many thoughts. You need to sleep less, so your energy's improved, your mind's improved, my body. So I personally am on day 7 of my 30-day cleanse. I decided to do it before I started teaching everyone. I do these every year, at least 1 or 2. It will improve the benefits. It improves your health. For emotional balance, I've had many clients that have chronic anxiety or depression, and they have said that this has totally changed their life. So you are what you eat is true, but we're doing more than food here. Remember, I'm going to give you very specific hand-holding. In Austin, I'm doing an in-house where I'm only taking 12 people, and I just announced this week, and I already sold 2 spots, so I only have 2 spots left. So in-house, it's going to be Thursday evenings from 6:30 to 9:30, and it will be September 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. And online, I could have at least 50 people, and we'll all interact in a webinar, and that's going to be Monday mornings from 10 to 1, and it will be September 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. If you cannot participate during that time online, you can have the link for up to 2 days, but I'd like it if you can, because we are going to interact and everyone's going to check in each week and kind of tell us how they're feeling, and at least for 1 minute. If we don't have many people, they could talk a little longer, but that's the whole part of it is kind of, I really hold your hand. So this is basically a personalized life coaching transformational cleanse for 30 days. And if you listen to my other podcasts, the Cutting Ties with Toxic Relationships, I'll tell you all about that 30-day, why that matters. So listen to that, please. So here we are. This cleanse is not a fast, so I don't believe in fasts because that affects your blood sugar, and the older you are, it is not good to go without food. So this is a cleanse where it consists of all types of steps. So this is a self-love process. So I'll give you these steps that you have to do every day, and I don't care if you have kids and you have work and you never have a day off and all of this. This is all about 30 days, all about you. So make this happen. People that don't cleanse and that just keep filling toxins in their body with diet and with arguments around them and with toxic thoughts, they end up getting disease. So we want to clear that out and reboot you so that you're brand new. So in the mornings, technically, it's going to be a type of smoothie that I'll get into details what that consists of, because a lot of smoothies are all about gaining weight and they have too much sugar and they're not good. So I'll tell you how to make the right smoothie. Lunchtime, you will have as much vegetables that are steamed or salad with a type of protein, either chicken, fish, or turkey. No we don't want any red meat or pork during these 30 days, and you're going to eliminate coffee and alcohol. I know that's hard, but keep telling yourself it's only 30 days and you deserve this, and experiment and see how to push yourselves. And then in the evenings, you drink this alkaline broth soup that I'm actually going to do a YouTube, because through the years, people have kept saying to me, how do you make this soup? How do you make this soup? I'm going to give you a recipe if you're online or in-house, but I promise to do a YouTube sometime before the beginning of December so that I could send you a link for that. And you'll see. I basically, after 25 years of doing this and offering this in workshops and classes, that I basically live this way. So there are times that I'll eat my dark chocolate, or I'll have a glass of wine, or I'll have a croissant or something, so I don't live exclusively on it. But during this cleanse, and I've been doing it, like I said, day 7, I feel exceptional, and I live for my espresso. This summer, I started eating way too much sugar and junk, and let's do another croissant, and okay, let's do bread that I normally don't do, and yeah, I want a glass of champagne, and let's put a little Chambord in that, and that red wine would be great with that tenderloin, and it just kept going. And then of course you have to have dark chocolate, because what's the point of eating a steak without chocolate? And it goes on, and then I'm like, I gotta stop. After up to 5 shots a day of espresso, it's less caffeine than regular drip coffee, but still, so my body was saying, thank you very much for this. So the exciting thing about this cleanse is I am giving you permission for 3 days prior to starting the cleanse that you eat and drink as much and anything you want, guilt-free. So if you're doing this cleanse because you want to lose weight, I don't like to call it a weight loss cleanse, but I've had some participants, they lose 7 pounds in the first week. I've had others lose 17 pounds in the first week. So what happens is your body is so nourished and filled with these beta carotene, with all these nutrients and the organic veggies and certain fruits that aren't sweet, and you're taking sugar away and all these stimulants and all these toxic things. So all this heaven stuff is going in your cells. So your body will actually balance to the weight that you feel optimum with. Meaning, when clients would come to me through the years saying, I want to fit in my size 5 jeans or whatever, I would say, as long as you're pooping, sleeping, happy, you can digest your food, you enjoy eating your food, and you're inspired, then however your body is, that's what it does. Because as we age, with each decade, it will change and fill out in some places. Who knows what God was thinking, but yes, it happens. And it's for us to accept. If my mind is clear, my energy is great, my body is functioning properly, and I'm happy, then my body is at its weight. It's at its perfect weight. So don't get a thought in your head. But this cleanse, I'll guarantee you, I've already lost 4 pounds and I don't believe I'm overweight. So it's great. And if it's a thing where you don't want to lose weight, which I've had, like my younger son when he did this, and he was in massage school and he was working out and all those things and full on testosterone, like I'll help you tweak it so that you won't lose weight. So now, let's talk a little bit more about prior to this. Also, prior to starting the cleanse, you're going to buy the appropriate foods. As soon as you register online or with me directly, and my number is 808-283-7587, I do have Eventbrites that I put all over social media, but you can contact me directly if you like. And as soon as you commit to the program, either online or in-house, I'm going to send you an intake sheet that I need. I'm going to send you the steps of the cleanse, and I'm going to send you how to do the alkaline broth and all this stuff. But I'm going to explain all that on our first day. But I want you to know that. I also sell pure encapsulation supplements, and you don't have to buy any supplements for this. I've had students that have been so poor that after paying $250 for the cleanse, they can't afford to buy supplements. Or I have people say, I'm going for it. So I actually sell this, it's called Detox Power Pack, and it has 30 individually foil little pouches. So everything you need for the cleanse is in it, including chlorella, which is like the optimum food on the planet. It goes into your cells immediately. It's like a pure protein. It's heaven. So everything you need, your omega-3s, all your supplements, everything to help you detox, your alpha-lipoic, etc., is all in this already, except you need that, and that's, I believe that costs $68.80, and I give you 10% off. So again, contact me and I'll have it shipped directly to you. And you also need a probiotic every morning. I prefer the ones with the live culture that are refrigerated, which you could get at any health food store, or I have an excellent high quality one that I sell also, and I believe that's 20-something, 30-something. I don't have that price right now. And that's it. And then you'll have your specific foods that you get. So I always save money during the month I do a cleanse because it's the same foods that I'm eating, and I just get up and I get into a pattern and all of that. So as for additional things you'll need, you definitely need a blender for this process because you're blending your smoothie and you're blending your soup after you bring it to a boil. So that's necessary. I also advise getting a body brush, and we'll talk about that during the cleanse because you're going to dry brush the body every morning, and that helps with lymphatic. It helps with your skin being heaven. People that have dry skin, you don't even need moisturizer. If you literally dry brush your body the right way every day, your skin will just glow. My skin is heaven, and I'm a sun worshiper. Yes, old broad sun worshiper, but I know the tricks. And also, I'm going to advise you to get an enema bag. I know that freaks some people out, but during the cleanse, I'm going to give you information on how to do an enema properly. Or if you know a colonic therapist, that's perfect. Do that. In Maui, I had my favorite colonic therapist, Shelley, but she is not here in Austin, Texas. So I have not really found a colonic person here that has worked for me. So I do my own enema. And then also I'm going to give you a handout for a coffee enema. So you can't drink the coffee, but you could put it in the other end. And that will help to actually detox the liver. So, and one last thing is you're going to need 2 glass bottles or stainless steel bottles. I'd rather you stay away from plastic if you can. And every morning we're going to make up our little lemon concoction and put some fun little magic liquid and things in there that you're going to drink. So you're going to drink so much water, and yes, you're going to pee more than you've ever peed, but here we're going to do this one. The way we detox, the way the body is designed, it detoxes in 3 ways. 1, you pee and poop it out, and that's how you get rid of the toxins. And again, if you're eating foods or drinking things that you're not going to the bathroom and pooping daily, if not more than once a day, then you're holding toxins in your body, and that's why most people have that protruding belly because they're literally full of shit. So we want to encourage that. This whole cleanse is about cleansing the colon so that the liver can dump all of its garbage and toxins into the colon, and we poop that stuff out. So like, again, I said I'm day 7. I'm probably pooping 2 to 3 times a day, where I normally do once a day, which is great. All the supplements are working, the foods are working, and there's no allergens going in my body, so I feel wonderful. So we want to do this. We want to keep the body moving. The other 2 ways that we eliminate toxins is through sweating. So that is either done through exercise or saunas, and I actually have an infrared sauna that I rent out to clients here. So you just do 30 minutes, and it basically detoxes you. And through this cleanse, I'll tell you some stories of my personal experience, how it actually saved my life. If you're in Texas or someplace hot, the heat outside is going to help you to sweat, or great sex. All of those are good mechanisms to help you sweat and get rid of those toxins. People that don't sweat or that they're cold all the time and they don't do cardio or respiratory thing, they're most likely going to have heart issues, respiratory issues, and their skin's going to look off. And I just Yes, you don't want that. You want to sweat. The third way that we detox is through vomiting, which is why any of you out there, I'm sure no one listening to me has had this happen. If you drink too much alcohol or you do too much food, like the old Roman orgies, you just eat and eat and eat, and you feel so sick that you actually throw up, your body knows to throw up when it has too many toxins in it. So too much alcohol, too many drugs, too many foods, all of that, you're going to throw up. So those are your 3 ways of getting rid of toxins. Now, let's see. Okay, so other benefits. Another thing, so because the liver has 500 functions to it, and our first class, so every class, I'm going to lecture for about an hour to 2 hours, maybe longer. I'll try to keep it within that since it's a 3-hour segments. I want enough time for us checking in and question and answers and all of that. I'm really going to be present for you. But the liver is associated with the gallbladder, and the opening to the liver in Chinese medicine is the eyes. So those of you that have itchy, dry eyes or red eyes all the time, you're going to see that your eyes are clear and white and glowing, and you look like you're stoned because your eyes are so translucent, and it's a beautiful thing. It's like people think I have contacts in, and I don't, with my bright blue eyes. So it's going to improve that. It's also because of the liver and gallbladder meridian. The emotions in Chinese medicine associated with that is it's about anger versus kindness. So people with anger issues, and we're going to talk a lot about that the week that we get into emotional detox. We're going to talk about anger, sadness, and fear, and the reasons why God gave it to us, and how we're going to turn it to the good and use it to our benefit, change our lives. You're going to have big shifts, and I'm going to give you little bits of homework all the time. But by clearing out our liver, clearing out our colon, pooping all this stuff out, purging all these things and purifying, your ability for decision making is improved. So those of you that can't go from step A to step B without so much emotional chaos or mental negativity saying why you can't do it, I guarantee by the end of these 30 days, you're going to be so new that you're going to be amazed how quickly you can make decisions and see where your life is supposed to be going. Another thing that the cleanse will do for you is that many times people have unbelievable odors in their body. And again, we all sweat and have certain smells, but when it's like something's dying, that's because your body's too toxic. So when you have bad skin, so acneic skin, congested skin, breakouts or rashes on your back, your chest, your arms, your legs, wherever it is, your torso, all of that means you're toxic and you need to clear this stuff out. So not only will your skin look more beautiful, but you're going to smell better. So all of that is important. And this particular cleanse, we're going to all do it a certain way. And many, I'm telling you, hundreds. I don't even know how many people I have put through this cleanse through 25 years. Hundreds. This is what I star in. And relationships and all of that, which I do have a workshop coming up in October that I'm co-teaching with David Garrison. And any of you in Austin, singles welcome. 35-ish to 65-ish. That one's called Become a Relationship Architect. Design your ideal relationships to yourself. Again, more about self-love. And then with others. We're going to give you a chance to process old relationships and work that out. We're going to have fun exercises every week and so much insight. It will blow your mind and create a new path for you. Back to the cleanse. Okay, so any cleanse that anyone does, if they are not feeling significantly lighter and better by the 5th day, it's not the right cleanse for them, or it needs to be adjusted or tweaked slightly. So all of you will have my contact information. You could text me if anything comes up, because it's going to be before that next week that we have our online class or in-house class, and I will tell you, okay, you need more vitamin C, you need an enema, you need more water, something. I'll tell you how we need to tweak it. And this isn't going to interfere with any medications you have. That is on your intake sheet, so I actually need to see. I've worked with people with so many disorders, autoimmune disorders, diabetes, various things, chronic migraines. This has improved so many things for people. It's going to change your life. Also, I'm going to give you a worksheet. So it's a daily accountability worksheet of self-love where you get to check off points every day. And each week we're going to check in with each other, see how many points you got each week. And we're going to praise you and say, yay, good for you. You did your best. No shaming here. Everybody's on the same page. And that's going to be wonderful. And it's going to be easy things. I am going to show you easy ways to change your life. I guarantee it. So now, let's see. At the very end of this cleanse, I'm going to give you a paper on doing a liver flush. So the liver flush is important because here we've eaten very holistically and very organically and light, and you'll notice each day of the cleanse you're less and less hungry and feel more and more energy. So that's interesting too. But I don't ever want anyone to skip one of these meals of the smoothie or your protein in the midday or your soup at night. In any way, no matter if you're hungry or not, you got to do that because we need to keep nourishing the body. Detox happens in 2 phases. Phase 1 is we're going to eliminate the toxins that are coming in. Toxins are also free radicals, which make us look older. Another benefit, you're going to look more youthful and beautiful and hot. And you'll be hot just in time for Halloween. So if you don't totally blow it the beginning of October when you're done with this cleanse and you keep pacing yourself until Halloween, you get into any little skimpy hot thing you want. So that's a wonderful thing. But back to the liver flush. So everybody has gallstones to a point, and we do a liver flush at the end, so like the last night, so the 29th evening, if we could schedule it that way, or 27th, 28th, 29th, somewhere around there. And basically it's going to consist of grapefruit juice or orange juice and with olive oil, and we're going to drink that and do some things with Epsom salt and stuff. And anyways, and then you sleep through the night and all that wonderful organic olive oil goes through the liver and it flushes it. And in the morning you have a blowout of your life. You just poop it all out, and you'll actually look in the toilet and people either see little slimy green things, which were the gallstones, or they actually see it looks like a mossy stone, like it's actually a softened mossy stone, and those can cause a lot of problems in the body. People that have gallstones that aren't aware of it, their symptoms are they burp all the time, they have a distended colon, they have indigestion after eating, especially anything with fats and oils in it, fried, any of that stuff. And yes, that's it for that one. So the liver flush is going to, again, be our finale, and we're going to feel better than ever. And when you get when you get my cleanse, however, if I'm handing it to you, if you're in-house, or if I'm emailing it to you, I have had people that are terrified, and they say they only want to do this to a certain stage. Now, I'll be patient with you and let you do it to certain levels so it's not too scary. But at the same time, if you say, I want to have 1 glass of wine, or I still need to drink 1 coffee, or I have to have my taco, I'm going to say this is 30 days. This is only 30 days. It's not forever. So I'm going to hold you accountable and try to push you, because that's my job. That's why you're paying me $250. And on a side note, as a life coach, I do online or in-house life coach. I call it insight counseling for $100 for an hour, or 2 sessions. So that's 2 hours for $150, which works out to be $75 each. During this cleanse, if you need more time, like if stuff is really coming up for you and you need a session, I only charge $50 and we'll do this. So during that month, it's $50. So also I'm going to incorporate and bring about, so we're going to do the check-ins, we're going to make you accountable, we're going to do some movement, so you're going to do exercise and movement, we're going to do some guided meditation, and let's see what else. And you're going to learn so much information, so you will need a notebook and pen to take all of this down. Often when I teach this, there's not a, you could hear a pin drop, as they say, because nobody speaks for a while because it's so intense, especially when we get into the mental and emotional detox. It's a lot of stuff, but we're going to write a process letter as a resolution to let go of someone in our life that we still have unresolved issues with, or if someone passed that we didn't get to have a nice closure with. However it is, whatever's holding you from being an ultimate you, we are going to work on that. And I will give you tips on how to live the optimum self. So, and each week we will check in with what were your goals from the week before and talk about all that, which is always exciting to hear everybody's issues together. You'll see you're not alone, and it's wonderful, even online. Like I said, I've done counseling online for over 25 years also, because many of my clients would come to Maui and then leave, and they'd want to continue to do sessions, and regardless if we do it on FaceTime or through Messenger or some video chat of Skype, or if we just do it by phone, I'm right there with you. I can actually read you and feel you. I know when something's affected you. I know I could hear from the way you breathe and the tones of your voice of when it's stuck, and I could just help you through that. So because of that and being online with everybody else, even that, you're going to feel a strong support, and you may cultivate some long-lasting relationships, which would be lovely. So in Austin, I know 100% people have allergies. There's all these allergies. And since I moved here, I said these allergies, yes, we have all of this mold and pollen and various things going on and cedar fever, yet it's going to affect you if your body's already taxed with other toxins. So we're going to eliminate those toxins, and I want to see you allergy-free for that month. And so many students, after this 30 days, they say to me they wished they could stay on it because they've never felt better in their entire life. And because of that, is why I basically live on this cleanse, except I allow myself steaks, and I allow myself some dark chocolate, and I allow myself a croissant occasionally. So you can do this. We're going to do it for the 30 days together, but you could continue doing it for 45 or 60, and, well, Thanksgiving's going to come. You don't want to break a cleanse on Thanksgiving. But the last class, I'm going to be very specific on how to integrate coming off this cleanse, because you don't want to just go and eat and drink something ridiculous. And I learned that myself one time, because there was this big bougie fundraiser that was overpriced that I had bought tickets for in Maui for the film festival, and it was with all the top restaurants outside and serving you all these little samples of their food, and then they had this wonderful Maui vodka, this ice sculpture with the vodka coming through, and then they made all these different flavored martinis. So I went from my cleanse into that, and this wasn't too long ago, so yes, I'm confessing, but I'm like, hey, they were $250 tickets, so I wanted to go. So I went, and I thought I would just eat a little here and there, have one little sip of a martini. I was so sick that I thought, just so you know, never do that. You can't drink alcohol and eat heavy foods like that from a cleanse, but I'll teach you just how to integrate smoothly, and you'll all be great. So other things that I'm going to make accessible to you is I'm going to talk a lot about superfoods. So some of the superfoods that I like to put in my smoothie are things like spirulina or chlorophyll or chlorella. So again, you get chlorella in your Detox Pro Pack if you get that from me, from Pure Encapsulation, or you could have other things. Also, chia seeds are nice to put in your smoothie, and that just helps with your omegas, and that helps with more of a fiber. So this is what spirulina or chlorella does. Now, chlorella, they say that they give it to the astronauts. So if you think in terms of a steak and you think in terms of when we eat a steak, your body has to go through all these processes once we chew it, and it starts to digest, that it will break it down to its finest amino acids so it could assimilate properly in the cells and then nourish everything we need and go to our skin and our muscles and all of that, the brain. So what chlorella is it's these little tiny green capsules, these little tablets, and when you take that basically is already broken down to its simplest form, so it helps you. I'm sorry about my dogs. Yes, I have caviars. So it helps to break it down to its simplest form so that your body could assimilate it right away. So it's a pure protein for the body. So any of you that are vegetarians, that's an important thing to do. I had to shut the door on my dog. Okay, so now, spirulina or chlorella, those are both that way, but chlorella is a little better. And again, my dog was getting allergies and stuff in his eyes, so I would give him one a day with a treat, and his allergies stopped. My daughter got chlorella for her little puppy, and his allergies stopped, and there's so many great things for it. So it's good for humans and animals and all that stuff. And also, you'll need a high-quality protein powder. So that protein powder, I'd like it to be at least 20 grams of protein, and no sugar, and very low carbs. So I'll give you some ideas of brands, or just go to H-E-B or go to your health food store and look and see what they have. And that should be great. And let's see, what else are you going to need? So many lemons. You're going to need a lot of lemons. And healthy fat. So you could put coconut oil in your smoothies in the morning. We're going to put butter, yes, organic, specifically Kerrygold, but it doesn't have to be that. I would prefer it to be organic, though, so there's no hormones or antibiotics in it. So we don't do dairy during this 30 days, but the butter we put in our soup, and I'll explain that to you, because you need to keep the fats in the body to balance the hormones, keep the brain clear and heal and beautiful skin and all that fun stuff. And avocados. So I put an avocado on my salad every day. So that's another healthy fat. You could throw walnuts and other good things in there. So there's a lot that you can have, which is wonderful. So those of you with blood sugar issues or any of those things, it's not going to happen anymore. So bad skin, constipation, chronic coughs, mental fogginess, headaches, depression, anxiety, lack of direction, you stink, allergies, overweight, tired all the time, crabby, all that's gone. You're going to be new and improved, and I look forward to helping you through this time. And contact me if you need anything. I'm Samana, S-A-M-A-N-A, at spaluna, spaluna.com is my website. You could check that out for other workshops I'm doing. I keep that current. Or again, I gave you my information to contact me directly, 808-283-7587. Text is good. I'm Central Time, but my phone is off, so don't worry about waking me up. And that's it. I look forward to transforming together. Aloha.